Number of new videos will be recorded in the next few days and weeks as we go, and will be released on the internet, explaining the new science and new technology, which will be backed by technologies which will be released by Keshe Foundation. We try to release one new technology per month at least, unknown, unseen, starting from next few weeks. We'll push this through our hands into the hand of governments and large financial, what we call commercial organizations, where we bring that change in. This is the announcement of the Keshe Foundation. The change will bring in 2025. Some 25 unknown systems and technologies will be introduced on a monthly basis. We do our best to be released in 25, 26 across this planet. They will be released first to international organizations which can commercialize it rapidly, and to the governments. We have brought in some of the experts and some of those who are experts in diplomacy and politics, being at the heads of some organizations and nations, to bring this change rapidly through two hands of the commerce and diplomatic and political side. This will bring new changes. In the next few days, few weeks, we introduce the first, what we call groundbreaking change technology in the hand of governments. And our principle with the governments is technology in exchange for peace. We do not go to the top to come to the bottom, we go from the bottom to come to the top. In a way, we share technology through large industrial organizations, corporations, which can dissipate the knowledge rapidly, and at the same time in collaboration with governments to bring changes for humanity. A lot of things you've seen in the past set by Keshe Foundation, and a lot of the structures we set up gradually come to work to bring that change. One of the most powerful organizations in the world of commerce and technology is set to be established. Everything has been done for it to start processing. The people, some of you know who you are, have already been approached to bring that change. And it will be instrumental to create that condition of change through technology that forces peace. We will break the barriers of knowledge, technology, abuse of energy, and everything else. Randomly, we introduce new technologies to you, random, but it has a purpose for us to do. But we make sure before the end of 2025 and in 2026, we take man into a space through transmutation and transportation of the Keshe Foundation technology, through governments, through structures which can rapidly dissipate the knowledge and technology across this planet. We bought, we set up, we structured for this day over past 10, 20 years. And a number of new technologies which changes the process of the thinking of the man will go in the hand of the governments and industrial organizations in competition with each other, which means cannot be locked up. All the technologies were released accordingly to governments and financial organizations and commercial side, that it breaks through the what we call those who have been trying to centralize. I hope mankind uses this technology and knowledge to create peace. And I hope, as I said to you, 2025 and beginning of the spring of the cycle of Mitra, which starts from the past few minutes, will bring that change. We fulfill the promises of all the past times in the coming months and weeks. Many of you who are listening have been approached by the Keshe Foundation for the change, and you know who you are. Try to serve in your position with sincerity, as every decision you make will bring a change, will affect somebody's life on this planet and beyond. We are set to bring the change, and we plan to bring the change. The change will come in the end of religions, in understanding every man is there to elevate his soul to serve and not elevate to serve himself. Will bring an end to the abuse of energy, to the abuse of what we call resources of this planet and beyond, where we use the fields of the universe to create the condition of life. The changes introduced in the first few weeks will be so radical that it'll change many governments, will create many enemies for the Keshe Foundation. Record all the teachings and keep that in case we get attacked, you can bring it up. All the teaching has been recorded and kept in the background in a number of locations across the Keshe Foundation structure. It's your responsibility to be there if they bring our system down, that you can put your system back up. Do not forget, with the release of these technologies, the oil industry, the energy industry, the material industry, the structure of the power on this planet will change. This is not a talk, as you will understand and you come to see in the coming days and weeks. We set the structure for this a long time ago. And now we have put the people we built in the diplomatic corps through the world presidents. We set the people who we understand and know in the world of space technology, in the world of commerce and commercial, all in motion in past 3 months, to be ready for the change which comes after 21st of March 2025. It depends on you how you stand, and it depends on you how you dissipate the technology and the knowledge. Keshe Foundation from now on is knowledge become a global structure because we set it so. And in the past few weeks, I gave you many hints about what's about to happen. We bring it in the back end of this year or early next year, direct contact and interactions with the universal community through the knowledge and the technology we dissipate. Through governments, through structures, and in so many ways you will see an end to a lot of old ways and the start of the beginning of a new cycle of life, where we don't damage the resources of this planet, when we will not kill anymore to receive life, and where we don't allow, we are not allowed by ourselves to be used in the name of whatever we've been abused for. Political name, religious name, and whatever you put yourself under. The first three technologies we release will change and prepare the ground for equality of man in access to all resources to live a comfortable life on this planet. The next job after that is to dismantle the structure of the financial organization of this planet by devaluing what man has valued to be valuable to him. In the latter part, we dismantle the economical structure of the financial world through a structure of interaction of new systems. Later on this year, we introduce directly the first flight system which uses what we call the field forces of the universe. Somewhere down this line, you will see the work of many scientists of the past that you could not understand the technology of. They understood a little part of it. They understood part of the process of the creation of fields and energies. And we complete that cycle. In a way, a full cycle process system. Many of you have been waiting to understand the work of the beautiful Tesla. We complete for you to understand the full understanding of the work of the magnetic fields leading to creation of energy anywhere in the universe, which Tesla just understood a little bit of it. We complete the process of release creation in the dimension of the fields as a matter state will make gold to have no value for man, as every household will have access to, will bring an end to the commercial use of banking system, will bring an end to communication system of satellites where man can communicate direct. Some of you already have received some of these systems, but in a way you do not know how to use it. We bring an end to man being caged on this planet. We move man from the village of Earth to move to the cities and to the planetary systems where the cities of the man will have no value. By the back end of this year, beginning of next year, systems will be introduced that will make shelter for every man, will feed every man, that man does not need to live for handouts. Man does not need to migrate from one piece of the land to another to stay alive, to become the servant of the others. Man become the traveler of the universe, and the technology, many of it you have tested, but you do not know how to trigger it. We'll teach all that process, and we commercialize it through the commercial structures and the governments around the world. All and everything about this structure has been pushed and set up in past few months. And as we completed it step by step, we have to be aware of those which will lose their power. They lose the power of energy, gas, and everything else, powered by the electric powers that many nations in Africa have fallen behind the rest because of the lack of power. We replace systems which create fresh water at any point on this planet and beyond. New technologies in receiving energy through the central energy of the body of the man does not need to kill. Keshe Foundation team in the coming time will introduce as part of this structure for man to learn app system on mobile phones, which again your mobile phones will not be connected to satellite system, but connected through a new system of understanding the technology which will come through the major corporations. Satellites have become obsolete, and at the same time we introduce systems to bring conservation of energy back on this planet. No more mining, no more destruction. end of building dams, and end of destroying this planet with the accusation of nuclear technology. In so many ways, from today on, we physically set to bring the change. Where up to now we brought the change through the science and technology and teaching. Teaching will not stop. But in the structure we put together, through world politicians, through world scientists, and through the structures which Keshe Foundation has set up in the past, will affect the commercial markets directly, will affect the resources directly, and through it we disperse the benefit across the humanity through research and development. Within the next 2 years, we release so many new technologies, new understanding that systematically makes the old not obsolete, but as alternative of another way as is there, but not beneficial for man to be. We see an end to oil industry. We see an end to production of batteries. We see an end to recycling and damages man has done to water resources of this planet. We start the beginning of it. Technologies already on negotiation with number of governments, a number of major corporations, a number of small corporations, that they can bring that change, to bring the change in operation step by step. We use the commercial systems which is set up in the past to bring that change. We use political power, we use diplomatic power, we use every steps we can, but we will not collaborate with no religious organizations and no government which is connected to religions, because we open another door of abuse, where we expect these governments to return back to the order of the what we call democracy, and not the abuse of religion to create governments. We open doors to science and technology that by man understanding will walk away from the churches and the mosques and the rest, and there will be no one in there to teach, pretend to teach, or abuse. As I said to a diplomat very soon, all the properties of the churches, the mosques, temples and the rest will be returned to the national assets of a nation, where the nation decides what to do with them. Keep them as a historical value or destroy them, that the man does not fall for the same abuse hidden in the back doors of the houses and the churches and the mosques. These are national assets and has to be returned to the nations. Some of the larger organizations we see, like Vatican, the resources has to be spread across all the nations where they built it and dispersed amongst all the same. We see the return of the stones of the Vatican back to Colosseum is waiting for the orders of those who sit in it. We see the same with the Islamic world, and we see the same with the Jewish world. The same with the others. The only belief of the man has to be to his creator without no intermediaries, as the man will be knowledgeable in the work of the universe and understand the totality. I welcome you to a new future for humanity, through science and technology, and not in the name of fake religion. You have to understand. And it's your own independent investigation of the knowledge which has to bring you to the point of your maturity. And that maturity can change even while you're maturing, because you understand more. Watch what will happen around you in next few weeks and times. Many of these videos will be released in an advanced way. We use the best way, the present, what we call communication systems. We'll use the internet in its full value to disperse technology and the knowledge. And at the same time, we use the structures we set up before to commercialize the technology for those who cannot do, to have access to be able to do. I hope I fulfill my promise to my Creator, that by the time I leave this planet, I change the course of life on this planet through science and technology, and no other way.